All right, boys, welcome back to the trade recap Thursday, January 8th. Yeah, I was saying it right there with the. Okay, first off, wow. Can we admit that we hate days like this? Just market dump? Jeez. So I knew we were bearish, man. Dude, like, this is literally like what you would call bearish paradise. So we're in a 1 hour plus a 4 hour plus, I think, a 15-minute liquidity here, sweep liquidity, and we respect the fair value gap. So let's go to the 1 minute. This was beautiful. I mean, if there's no market open, because the reason I don't trade like before 729, 720, because I would have taken a trade right here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I would have taken a trade. I would have put like a sell limit right here, but I can't trade during market open. You just never know how volatile or manipulation or anything with market open. I need to wait for some type of confirmation. So right off the bat, with this candle, we sweep more liquidity. We tap into this 1 minute. We also inverse this 1 minute. And to be fair, Top Step did not load because I would have 100% caught this. I would have put here. When the market dumps, you always want to go as close to the fair value. You almost want to put it on the line, as close as to the fair value gap instead of consequent curve. Of course, it can come back up here, but it usually just barely taps it with how bearish. And I hate taking trades like this, to be honest, but I have caught trades like that. So that would have probably been the trade I would have taken. Probably three contracts. You can't be too confident with those trades. As there's a breaker block, fair value gap, basically unicorn, if that's what you would go with. With that being said, market's just dumping, and I am not the person to ride the market. I could have probably went to the lower time frame, found a fair value gap, and been good. I'm not the person to ride a market. So here we finally get a fair value gap. With that being said, I told myself consequent crush. Let me mark it out so I can get the exact entry I took. Boom. Boom. And what made me take this is like there was liquidity just just sitting right here. Hold on, give me a second. There was liquidity right here, and we just broke straight through it. So I wasn't looking for any reversal. Right there, I was kind of risking a lot, and if we would have retraced, I already had a sell limit order. I was just waiting for the end point of this, and there was also liquidity down there. And I'll show you why. Okay, so this was the end point. I'll show you what I did. Jeez, dude. Probably go back. Boom. I'm in drawdown just like yesterday. And I'm like, am I about to get stomped out, really? Like, yes. So yesterday, like, inverse the fair value gap, if you guys watched it, um, came up here and then came back down and had to go break even and then take another winning trade. So we don't fully what's called inverse it, and I'm like, okay, do I go break even here? How are we? So it was a very risky trade because fair value gap here, almost inverse this. We have no reason to come this high if we're that bearish. Um, Not a strong candle, and then we go straight down, and then we can come back up here. But when we wicked out of it, I was like, okay, we're bearish now, and we come straight back up, and I told myself when we close here, I'll go break even though I should have probably went break even right here. So I went break even right here, even though we didn't close. We just wicked out, and then boom. It's a sweet 62-point trade. Five contracts came out with like 600 600 something, 630 maybe. I don't know, somewhere around there. Beautiful small trade. RR wasn't the way I wanted it to be, but I was glad I was able to catch that trade because I think there's liquidity resting here. And geez, we would have got break even and then eventually stomped right here if we never went break even. It's just like, and to be honest, I am surprised that I think it was like right here, right before this, whatever this is. I don't even think I marked this out. This is from the previous day. And dude, ES was just dancing around in the higher time frame. Like, what are we doing, dude? What are we doing? All right. But yeah, that's it for the trade recap, boys. Wait to find a trade that's willing to work for you. Don't try to chase trades. If the market doesn't give you any, get out of there. You're not going to always win trades. You may have losing trades, but we need to remember why we even took that trade. If we can't, yes, and I hate to use this word, yes, you are gambling at that point. We need to be logical decision makers. We can't be gamblers. So I'll catch you guys later.